Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. It is Monday, the 29th of May, 2023, and we have a JoyToy 125 scale mech double feature, or mecha double feature, because we have both of the, is it Tiekui or Tiekui maybe, dual pilot mechas here. Both are the same basic mech, but some different loadouts we can see. What's nice is you can see pilot here, gunner there, maybe on the hatch. Or you can see maybe it can take two pilots in there, and maybe a third figure can go there too. Both loadouts look good. The color schemes, I prefer the black, but the weathering looks better than the white. And this guy has the rockets that fire, which we'll see on the back in a minute. Or not physically fire like a toy, but they have the effects, I meant to say. So, side looks pretty cool on this one. Probably looks, I'm not sure which one looks cooler actually. I like the fact you see the size here, and the fact that you see the sort of weapons at the top there. Yeah, it's a single. It looks like a single seat cockpit, so you may not get 118 scale in there, but we'll see. Back, oh, he's got firing effects on his guns, which is cool, and he's got the rockets firing, which looks even cooler. Two pilots, I think, come with each one. Yeah. I don't actually, this has got a pilot and a pilot. This has got 2 and 2. So I guess I'll find out a bit later. They do look quite cool. And then the last side, that shows 2 figures here. So hopefully you do get 2 figures in there too. Great looking stuff. Now some news. The Patreon is free for the first 7 days. And after 7 days, it'll ask you, do you want to pay or do you want to continue? So if you want to join up for that, there's a link in the top right of your screen now. It's worth doing for 7 days, because after that you can just cancel, or you can join if you want and stay a patron, a subscriber to that, and get to see all the videos early and any extra content we put on there too. I'm going to unbox them, set them up. We'll do a comparison, look at one for articulation, and look at the figures, etc., and see what we think of them. I'll be back in an instant. Okay, here they are. I take it back. Number one's much better. Excuse my slightly croaky voice. Got a bit of a sore throat just getting over COVID-19, which I caught for the first time last week Wednesday. So that would have been the Wednesday the 24th or whatever it was. Anyway, they do look good. There are some things I don't like, but they both look really good. Cockpit is the same. The window's slightly different. This one's got a little line across. It's got these little bars. Just caught my finger on there. This one doesn't have the bars. And he's not going to hold the gun again for me. Never mind, I'll leave it back. This one doesn't have the bars there. Different loadouts. There's an interesting thing. Both of them have instructions. On instructions, it tells you about their purpose in English and Chinese. So if you want to pause there, you can for the 01, and then for the 02, if you want to pause, you can pause and read around about now. Okay. Yeah, so there are minor differences, nothing major. But you know, other than the color, really look really nice. Both have the roller skate wheels, as it were, so they can roll around. Bit of a setup time. They are really nice looking, and yes, you can see there are light up functions on the 01, but they say we do not supply the batteries. But luckily for me, JoyToy sent me batteries with my one, obviously because this is a YouTube channel, and so they want to show what it looks like, and it looks fantastic. Okay, both come with 2 figures each. So the number 2 has these 2 guys here we see in white, which are pretty cool, to be fair. Do look quite nice. Both come with the main weapon and a sidearm and additional hands. The guys in black, and the black one is 01, they look like this, and again they both come with a slightly different looking sidearm. I don't prefer this one. I think it'd be more difficult for them to hold. Sorry, main weapon and a sidearm as well. let's get a close look at the accessories. So the number one comes as this shield here, which I've not fitted in. I've put the handle on because I didn't fit it in because this little clip here, it clips on this form, is so hard. I did it on this guy here, but this guy is like, it wants to break, and the shield is really nice looking. He does have a main armament on his back, which I can just take out from the position there. We can get a look at that there. That is one mean looking gun. Nothing like it moves in it. And I think the firing effects from either of them are just too small. Shame, it should have made something that fitted in that. That'd be nice. That's a nice looking gun. I'll make him hold it in a second. Now there's so many more accessories on the 02. So he's got the rocket launcher here, has two of these guns. He gets the other rocket launcher, I guess. Another one of his main gun again. He gets this, you can take out the rocket launcher or the gun there. You can put this sort of a drone, which is really quite cool as well. That'll just slot in the top up there. And you can change his hands over for like these really huge claws. There's only one joint, but that's all it needs because they do close nicely. Which has like, I guess, some sort of weapon in there, into there. And it does come with two of those as well. So it's very, very cool indeed. Lots of accessories. I do like them a lot. Okay, we'll get a closer look. I will use number one first. Try and get him to hold the gun. And his wheels do roll. Okay. His hands are quite stiff. So they've got a thumb and 3 digits. So that's 4 joints in together. The guns, though, I don't think are the best design in terms of helping you to get your figures to hold them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is quickly pause this, make him hold the gun. I'll be back in an instant. Okay, there we go. Slightly easier than I thought because you can pull the magazine out, and he's got a painted bullet inside, which is great. Then once that's in his hand, hopefully I can slot that back in. I've got enough space, I think. Just slot it in here. There we go. And he's armed up. Just didn't attach his shield to him. So the light up parts, they're pretty cool. To turn it off, you just got to take them out and the battery out, and then you can replace with the blank yellow parts instead. But that's so cool, especially with the black body. See the missiles firing effects, so good again. And I've got one that's not firing yet. Absolutely fantastic looking, this dual mecha 01. Very, very cool. So it's slightly leaning over there a little bit. It's getting upright. There we go. Really, really, really good. Very nice indeed. Okay, now on to the other one. I'll take his gun off first because he struggles to hold this. Really, this gets in the way. I could take it out completely because it's sort of in there, or I could. Come on. They do go coming out. You can slide through, but it's very stiff. That just gets in the way of him holding it, which is a shame. The blast effects are quite nice, but a bit difficult to push in. First time makes it easier for subsequent attempts. So you've got very nice guns in matching, you see. Okay, let's bring him in close. Shield is far more chunky, it feels far more armoured. But you can see it's basically the same, just really the glass in the cockpit is different. We'll look at the cockpits in a second when we do the articulation as well. Same little clip on the back to hold things. He hasn't got has he got a handle on this one? Not really. I'm not sure how he's going to hold his spare gun, not that I can see. But they do have that handle on the back to clip things onto. Very nice looking. For articulation, I'll use this one, I think, because it hasn't got all the missiles and whatnot. So we'll have a look at that in a second. Very, very cool. Excuse me. Okay, so let's have a look at articulation. So from top to bottom, when you set it up like this, your turret does turn, your gun does go up and down. You can open the turret, but it's quite tough with the gun now. You've got to go, just going to force it a little bit. You can see inside, that goes to the second driver's seated position behind the first driver. These, I don't know if I'm going to call them rocket launchers or whatever, they turn around, but I can't see them. They don't actually go up and down. They only turn around. This one will turn around again, and it should, if it's fixed on this, go up and down as well, as we can see there. To open the actual cockpit, you can pull this out here, and you can pull this one up. Although it's going to be stiff with all the things in the way, like thus. And then we can have a look inside. See, there are two seats inside, front and the back, and some controls. To get the figure in the cockpit on the 01, I took up that part, put him in, then put that part back on after using some tweezers. Now the question that people ask me is, can it fit a 1/18 scale figure? The answer is, the cockpit has the size, but the seating is fixed in place. You'd have to either unscrew and take it out, or cut it out. So it's not really made for 1/18 scale. And also, if you did, they have the windows here, but his head would be at the back over there, so you wouldn't actually be seeing out of it very well either. Shoulders should be on a ratchet, but I forgot these little guys move as well. So ratchet all the way around to the sides, 90 degrees. There is a bicep turn. He's got a good bicep bend, which is well over 90 degrees. So that's fantastic on that. Wrist does rotate and the articulated fingers, as we saw. Trunk, he can go side to side. He can twist. He can go up and down on the ratchet. Hips, he can do a full splits. Forwards, he can do a full splits. Backwards as well. I should point out that you are meant to be able to plug in the firing effects, which I didn't do, into here as well, but I think it might be a bit stiff maybe. Oh, that's going to break my fingers or break the toy. But yeah, they do go in there too. It is a thigh bend and another sort of knee bend. It's kind of a strange articulation. It's not quite 90 degrees, but you can also do that as well, which is kind of strange, but good for his walking ability, having this great way of posing. The actual roller skate foot does have a, I think it does have a joint. I'm sure I saw a joint in there. Yeah, there's a small joint. So you get a small bit of motion there. It does also pivot, but there is no turn. So articulation is pretty damn good in these guys. JoyToy are doing the 125 scale justice with this release. Both are nice, but the 01, for my money, is a lot better because a lot of these accessories are mixed and matchable with other stuff. You know, those rockets and whatnot look fantastic. Okay, let's get an idea of the size. So in centimeters, we'll use the white one since that's got a closed or almost closed hatch, and that is around about 27 cm, give or take. So they are quite tall, big boys. Very, very nice, and they look so good when you got the figures outside standing next to them. So you got a lot more, or a few more of the 125 scale figures, particularly to release the 125 scale sort of packs of 3, 4, 5 figures, or whatever they were. You can sort of pose them around it. They just look so good for scale. Now, how did I scale with a 1/18 scale figure? Well, let's get an idea of that. I will use another. Where's my little JoyToy custom? My Cultusan Raja custom with a Shodu box blade hand and a Fortnite head. So let's get them standing up there. So with a JoyToy, again with 1/18, they do scale well. Great release by JoyToy. I do like these. I'm not into 125 scale, but these mechs do look nice, particularly that black one. So I'd say, yeah, if you like them, do get them. If you only can choose one, I'd say choose the 01, the black one, because in my opinion, I think it's better. Okay, I'm signing out. Please get to join the Patreon, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Stay happy. Bye bye.